Hello, family. Welcome to another session of MathsFanatics247. Here we're looking at question 2 on regression and correlation taken from a past paper. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me make my screen full. Okay. And then let's get our calculator ready because statistics is mostly calculator usage, right? Before I start, I'm going to make sure that my calculator is reset. So to reset the calculator, you press Shift 9, 3 equals to then AC. Okay. So they say a mathematics teacher wants to create a model by which she can predict learners' final mark. She decided to use her 2020 results to create the model. Okay. So they say preparatory exams and final exam. Then they give you the results there, and they also gave you the results here. In this case, they showed you that this is the x-axis and that is the y-axis. But I'm sure by now we all know that the first row, it's always the x-axis, and the second row, it's always the y-axis. Okay. So before even reading the questions, I will just punch in a calculator because I know regression is always a calculator usage activity. Okay, so we're going to start now. Let me get my pen. Where is my pen? Where is my pen? Okay, there we go. So we're going to have this. So you want to set up your table, né? So you go to mode, and then you say statistics, which is 3. On some calculators, I think it's number 2. Yeah, just press the number that is written stats, né? And then you press 1, which is variance. Oh, sorry. AC is mode, stats, and then we press 2. Now we're working with a regression line. So it's a straight line. It's A plus BX. You can think of it as MX plus C. Do you see? Sharp. We need what? We need to get A. We need to get B. We need to get R. We need to get X with a line, which is the mean of the X-axis, and then Y with a line, which is the mean of the Y-axis. Okay. Awesome. So we're going to do all this on a calculator. So we're working with regression. It's number 2, né? Sharp. And then you're going to input all your X values, 55, 35, 80, 67, 67, 85, 91, 48, 78, 72, 15, 75, 69, 37. Then you're on 12. Okay, let me just verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's always important to verify. So, okay, sharp. As you input your Y, just verify if your X are correlating. For example, I see that 51 goes with, 55 and 57, 35, 50, then 67, 74, 85, 80. You verify and remember. 91, 92, 48, 50, 78, 80, 72, 81, 15, 23, 75, 80, and then 69, 75, and then 37, 42. Okay. Then you have recorded everything. Now we can easily get this, né? Just follow me. So after you press everything, you're going to press AC. Don't worry. You see that there's there shows you that your data is saved in the calculator. Ne? So we need this function stats, ne? But we need to press shift first. So shift, when you go to stats, remember working with regression. Ne? But because we'll need the means, this is the mean of X, this is the mean of Y, we're gonna also need variance. Ne? But let's get the regression first. So regression is 5. My A is 1. So I'm gonna press 1 equals 2. So my A is, let's see, they didn't determine the equation of the least square of regression line. They didn't say the decimal places, so it's gonna be 2. So my A is 12.01. That's my A. Then let's now check my B. You repeat the step, ne? You repeat the step again. You're gonna have AC shift 1, 5, 2 equals 2. So it's 0.88. Okay, B is 0.88. Okay, then now we need R, ne? Repeat the step again. AC shift 1, 5, R is 3. So 3 is equals to is 0.98. So your R is 0.98. Now we need X and Y. Remember, these are means. Ne? This is the mean for the X-axis. This is the mean for the Y-axis. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. You still repeat the process, but mean is not falling under regression. It falls under variance. Ne? So we're going to say shift stats, you press 4, var, ne? 4. Then that is your X with a line. It's on number 2. Do you see it? Then 2, then equals to. So it's 60.58. Okay, so it's 60.58. Okay. Now we can do the same to get Y, the mean for the Y-axis, right? So that, and then we're going to press that, then 4, then it's on number 5 there. Do you see? So 5, which is equals to 65.33. Okay, so it's what? 65.33. Awesome. When you have this, you can answer any question. Okay. Now, let's remove the calculator so that we can have space. So, now let's answer the questions. So the answer to this question, it's Y equals to, my A is 12.01. So 12.01 plus 0.88x. Then you're done. Awesome. And then now, use the equation of the regression line to predict the final exam mark. So remember, the final exam mark is what? Is the Y value. So we need to predict the Y. It means we are going to be given the X. Let's proceed reading. For a learner who obtained 46 in preparation exam. So this is your X. Remember, preparation exam is the X-axis. Ne? So you're going to substitute 46 into the X. Then you can easily get Y. So let's do that for this question. Y equals to 12.01 plus 0.88. And then we have 46. Ne? Don't use the percentage. Remember, when we insert the data, we didn't put the percentages, right? So even here, you don't. You'll just put the percentage on your answer. Okay, now let's check what does that give us. So we have 12.01 plus 0.88 inside bracket, we have 46, which gives us 52.49. Right. We're what? 52.49. Okay. So this is 52.49%. Okay, I'm gonna remove the calculator so that we can see. So it's 52.49. Okay, let's write it here. 52.49%. Right. Awesome. They say give a reason for your answer. So here they want us to give a reason. Okay, use the equation for the regression line to predict the final exam mark for a learner who obtained 46% in preparation exams. Right. So I think I know there should be a mistake here. And there's no way you give a reason for your answer for this kind of a calculation. Okay. So that should be your 2 marks for substitution and the answer. Okay. Now let's come here. 4.3. Could you use this equation, this one, to estimate the preparation exam mark for a learner who attained 73% in the final exam? Give a reason for your answer. Okay, maybe here we can, the reason is because this is independent, so we can use it to represent. So the reason here you'll say, this one, right, it's independent. So you're going to say, preparation exam is independent since it's on the x-axis, so we can use it to predict the final exam, right? But this one, the answer is no. Why? Because final exam is on the y-axis, so it's a dependent variable. Ne? Final exam is dependent variable. Thus cannot predict the independent variable. Does make sense? Sharp. So we only use the independent to predict the dependent. So we use the x-axis. So if we're given the x-axis, we can always get the y-axis. But if we're given the y-axis, we can use it to predict the x-axis because that is a dependent variable. So it cannot be used to predict the independent. Okay, now they say show that this point. So that point is this coordinate Z basically. So let me write it down there. So we have 60.59 coordinate 65.30.33. Right? You see, this is your mean for x, which is that. Coordinate your mean for y, which is that. And then I wrote it down there. Now they want us to show if this lies on the line. So this is a pretty simple question. I'll show you how to do it now. So we have 12.01 plus 0.88. I want to explain something here. Remember, we can always input the x to predict the y. So I'm going to input the x in place of this x here, which is 60.59. Right. If the answer that I'm going to get is this, it means this point lies on the what? On the regression line. If it does not, if the answer does not equals to this, then it does not lie on the regression line. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get. So I have 12.01 plus 0.88 in bracket 60.59. It gives me 5.33. Do you see it? The answer is what? It's 5.33. Okay, that's very exciting because this answer is that one there. Do you see? So we can conclude that therefore x coordinate y lies coordinate y lies on the regression line. Awesome. So we're done there. You get your 4 marks. Determine the coefficient of correlation of the data. So the correlation coefficient of the data is R. Ne? R is correlation coefficient. So this is R. It tells you the relationship basically. It tells you how related the X and Y are. Okay. So, and then here I can see that this is very closer to +1, right? So if it's closer to +1, on the describing of the relationship, you're going to say very strong positive linear correlation. Right. If it was closer to -1, you'll say very strong negative linear correlation. If it's closer to 0, you say weak, what? Weak correlation. Does make sense? Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this video was helpful, please kindly hit the subscription button and share with family and friends. I hope to see you soon in our other lesson. Thank you.